Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. We are the Middle Aged Guys. We are back to go ahead and talk about what we've been playing this week. Let me get the introductions out of the way. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
And I'm Grey Mouse One.
Okay, new set of videos that we've started up over the last few weeks. Whenever we get the chance to go ahead and indulge in our favorite, our most favorite pastime or hobby for all of us is obviously video games. All right, we take a little bit of notes, sit there and put them aside, and take the opportunity to talk about what we've actually been playing out of the week. Now, these aren't going to be full reviews, although we are going to try to go ahead and avoid any sort of spoiler warnings or spoilers, depending on the age of the game or whatnot. With some of the games, if the game is more than 2 generations old, don't even fucking assume that, all right? There's going to be no warnings. We're just going to talk about it, all right? In which case, I know you guys only have a few games to go ahead and talk about. There's actually a few games that I continued playing over the week. But one of the things that I'll talk about, let me jump in first, is that this is, well, not really this game, but the arcade equivalent is what...
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said in a previous video, all right, we've moved locations. We're actually at a new building over there at work. And in the break room is a large, full-size arcade cabinet with a lot of emulators. And it's set up with a whole bunch of stuff. And one of the games that they have on there is KI2. All right. Not KI Gold, but KI2, the actual arcade game that everybody was hoping was going to show up on the Nintendo 64, all right? So I've been playing that on a regular basis. I've been finding myself either playing that or Night Warriors. If somebody else is around and they've got a wild tear up their ass and they're willing to go ahead and sit down and play Samurai Showdown 2. Sometimes I'll play that during break time. But yeah, going through and trying to get to the point where I'm relearning all the links and manuals and auto doubles and all the other stuff. It's really, really fun. Exactly like I remember it, just a lot lower in resolution than what I remember. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the games that I've been playing on a regular basis. Guys, what about you?
If anyone's been watching my channel, this is what I indulged in.
Yeah.
WWF Royal Rumble for the Super Nintendo. I've already explained the game on that video of me playing it. One of my favorite games, especially because I'm a wrestling fan. 12 characters, signature moves, nice 16-bit renditions of the wrestlers' music, certain game modes that are good, faster pace of a game than Wrestle Slow Mania, Super Slow Mania on the Super Nintendo. But yeah, that's one of the games I've been playing. Grey Mouse, what about you?
You're a wrestling fan? I would have never known that. Wow. No, one of the games that I actually found myself playing, in large part because here recently I bought one of these, and if anybody's a retro gamer, they definitely need one of these. So the reason why I played that game is because of this. I've been playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade.
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah, I had a lot of fun on this, and it brought back a lot of memories. It's not exactly as good as the arcade, the actual arcade game, but it gets it done on the NES, I believe. So
It's not a half bad port on the NES, all things considered.
Yeah, and all things considered, it's a good 8-bit Rambert version of it. Yeah, definitely, man. I played this and I hooked up the old NES controller and started doing the turtles. You know, in fact, I think I played most of the game with Leonardo. He's always been my favorite turtle. So I mean, I always use him, either him or Donatello. But yeah, it was great to play to play this game. And actually, it's kind of hard a little bit, you know. It's kind of what I remember it to be, you know, as playing it as a little kid. But yeah, it brought back a lot of memories. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Cool. All right, let me keep the ball rolling. During the week, I continued playing through Secret of Mana. All right, and I'm actually gonna. I finished it up 2 days ago. And I gotta say, as far as it goes, a little disappointing. Okay, reason being, it's not because I have these huge nostalgia glasses for the original one. It's because all the way through playing through this particular game, especially with the technical issues like the random crashes that happened, literally, all of last week. There has not been a night that I played where I didn't crash once. Okay, and you know the clock time on this is like 28 hours. Okay, I saw my playtime over that 28 hours. If I count all the times I've crashed, I've crashed probably around 14 to 16 times over 28 hours. So that is really, really huge. All right, not to mention the fact that there's other technical issues like the fact that the pathing is horrible. Sometimes it becomes impossible to target enemies. All right. Sometimes, you know, it's impossible to go ahead and target enemies with spells or anything like that. You know, the fact that they fall out off of the map, they disappear, you know, or they pop up and they respawn in certain areas. Okay. And the fact that your AI is stupid. Okay. And then it looks like all of the characters that you play, all the playable characters are bound to the meter before they attack, so that whenever they attack, they have the best chance to hit and they do the best damage. Well, guess what? The enemy AI doesn't seem to be attached to any sort of meter. So literally, if you lose track of one character and he's all the way off in a corner off screen and he's getting railed by a whole bunch of other characters, before you know it, your other characters that you're not in control of will be dead. All right. And one of the worst bugs that I had experienced was the fact that one of my characters had 0 hit points. All right. I couldn't cast revive on him. I couldn't revive him using a couple wishes. Okay. But he wasn't set up as dead. He was just set up at 0. I couldn't command him or do anything like that. It took me actually manually backtracking out of the dungeon, going to a nearby town, and then finally going into an inn and healing up before he became active again. Okay. So yeah, it's there, you know, that's amongst many of the other issues that I've run into on this particular one. So unfortunately, Secret of Mana, as far as the remake goes, I can't fully endorse it. There's like way too many technical issues. If you find it on sale, whether on Steam or if it drops in price on PS4 or the PS Vita, you know, I'd sit there and say, go ahead and pick it up then. Or if you find out from somebody that they patched out a lot of those issues, go ahead and pick it up then. All right. Which kind of brings me to the other game that I've been playing. All right. And that's actually this. Okay. All right. See if it. Okay, now I haven't been playing this one on my actual NES or excuse me Super NES or Super NES Classic. I've been playing this on emulation for the PSP. All right, which was actually caused by the fact that I saw that it went up on sale on Steam during the middle of the week. All right. For $19.99, so Chrono Trigger is on Steam. If you're thinking about getting it, don't. Okay, that's all I got to say. Only less than 30% of the user reviews, verified purchases, are positive for the game. Reason being is that it's a really cheap version of the phone, the iOS version that they put out, and they again with like with Secret of Mana remake, the port of it is just looks like they cut a lot of corners. Okay. There are literally options that are listed there under their iOS names, okay, that do not exist on a PC, okay? So it's just that's the way that people were able to figure out that it's the iOS port. Okay. Yeah, it does include the two other dungeons that are included on the DS version for Chrono Trigger. But literally, if you're somebody right now who's looking at I'm playing Chrono Trigger on a modern device, I've got Chrono Trigger DS. You know, I'm searching for that for the DS to go ahead and get a hold of that. I have my Super Nintendo Classic Edition up there. I've got the physical cartridge. I've got emulators. I'm just going to go ahead and play it on that. The Steam version right now, unless they go ahead and they decide to really do some work on that version, less than 30% of the users, you know, verified verified purchases on Steam suggest, you know, that, you know, you definitely go out of your way and not play the Steam version right now. Okay. So right now, in my experience over the last few months, when it comes to Square Enix remakes and ports of classic games, they are not doing very fucking well. All right, let me just say that right now. Okay. That being said, that's my second batch of games that I've been playing. Floor is open, guys.
I have a couple of more, and one of them instantly made my Hall of Fame. Instantly. I'm not even sure if you can see it.
Paper Mario. Mario versus Donkey Kong. Yeah.
If you don't have this game, get it. If you never played this game, play it. Please. I'm begging you. If you, especially if you love maze games, it's Donkey Kong, okay? But the tricks that you can do on it, if you've ever played Donkey Kong for the Game Boy, yes, if you ever played this one, then it's pretty much almost copy and paste, except that with Mario versus Donkey Kong, you have more tricks up your sleeve and you have more puzzles to solve in certain ways. Man, they're literally, I mean, you go past the first quest and then you go past the second one. This is where the Mario minis came from. Please play that shit. I can't praise it enough. It is a great fucking game, especially on the go. Great fucking game for the GBA. Gray Mouse, you have the floor.
Wow, I don't know if I can follow up on that one. That's the Mario vs. Donkey Kong is great. Oh, goodness. Love it. Well, I'll go with Guild Wars 2 again. That's a continuous game that I've been playing on the PC. Starting Tuesday, they have Season 4, Episode 2 is going to be released on Tuesday, which adds more to the core game. So, yeah, looking forward to that. That's definitely going to take up a lot of my time next week. But besides that, one game, or my final game actually, would be this one here, Project X Zone.
Project X Zone, yes.
Yep.
This game is phenomenal. It's like a mashup between Capcom and oh my gosh, Namco
and Sega.
And it's amazing. And they throw a little bit of Dante in there. They throw a little bit of Arthur in there. They throw a little bit of Hitachi. They throw it's amazing. A lot of Darkstalkers, and the interaction between the characters is amazing. And you know, like I said before, I really enjoy a storyline that I could actually think that, you know what, that character or that particular character would say something like that or would do something like that. It's well within the characterization, I guess, would be that they would do that. And yeah, so I've been thoroughly enjoying this so far. I got about 10 hours in it. And from what I understood from the Reverend, he has over 100. So he says, yeah, so I can only imagine how long this is going to take me. And then I also have the second one too. So I'm going to be pretty
Project
much
Crossroads,
busy
yeah.
for the next couple of weeks with this. This, and the thing is, though, this is a game that I didn't know nothing about it until I was standing in a game store with the Reverend, and I asked, "What's this?" And he said, "Get it." That's all he said, and that's all it took. You know, like, okay, no problem.
Project Cross Zone 3, Nintendo Switch.
Yes, please. I would appreciate that. In fact, you know what? Project Cross Zone, that's probably that right there is the game that has even made me interested in doing any sort of VidCap for the 3DS.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Even though it is expensive as fuck, the kits start at $300. Okay. You
Put that
know,
in
even though
consideration.
it's expensive as hell, you know, that's the one game that really made me consider about doing VidCap for the 3DS.
And the beautiful thing about it is it's a fighting game / Final Fantasy Tactics type of game.
Yeah.
It's like it's mesh. I mean, look, if you're a strategist, like a strategy RPG or like Advanced Wars type of person, look, get this game, play it, enjoy it.
Definitely. All right, I've got a few more. I know you guys. I don't know if you guys. Yeah,
I do have one more.
So I went back and I started playing the New Game Plus on Lacrimosa Dana, which is Ys 8 Lacrimosa Dana, which is really cool for the fact that my guys are like level 79, fighting against level like 1 and 2 characters. Even with like armed with toothpicks, because that's the one thing that doesn't get transferred over with all of your equipment is your weapons. It's like, yeah, you know, boss battles are done within 30 seconds, which is really, really cool. But the one thing that this did was I started playing E7 again, all right? This is the PSP version, but I actually found a Windows version that's translated from the Japanese. So I started playing that on PC. Yeah. So I see that look.
Seriously.
Next time you come over, bring over the external hard drive, and yes, you will be hooked up with that. All right.
Okay.
But yeah, I started.
It's pronounced Wise. Why you call it Ease? It's pronounced Wise.
No.
I'm joking. I
know you're joking, but no.
I'm joking because people try to argue with me. I was like, no.
Well, the funny thing is that like chronologically, as far as like the games go, this is 7, this is 8, right?
Correct.
But the thing is that on the Vita they have Memories of Celceta, which actually, if you follow the timeline, the timeline for Adult Kristen in the East series is almost as convoluted as the Legend of Zelda timeline. All right.
Ooh.
I wish I was exaggerating. The thing that makes it worse,
absolutely, you're right.
The thing that makes it worse is that if you're trying to sit there and place the games in chronological order as far as when they were supposed to happen, literally you have games like in the 16-bit era happen like before or after, you know, the PSP games. Okay, so because Memories of Celceta I think happens after Ys 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then E7 came out before that, and then Ys 8 just came out, which is the newest one, you know, in the chronological order. It's if you haven't played the Ys games, they're a great set of games. Thankfully, a lot of them are readily available on multiple platforms. Very, very easy to come by. The only ones that I would have to say are really, really hard to play, especially now, is Ys 1 and 2, Dawn of Ys, the collection. That you find either on the DS or on Steam, because it uses the very, very old, what they call the bump attack mechanic.
Yeah.
There is no attack button. You literally have to run into like your enemies. Okay, it's really archaic and everything else. But when you realize that, yeah, the first Ys game I think was put out like on the PC Engine, where they only had two buttons. It kind of makes sense, but it's really, really hard to get into, especially now. You know, if you played any of the other modern Ys games with the new engines and everything else, it's really, really hard to get into. All right, but yeah, that's another set of games that I've been playing over the week.
Good luck buying the one for the Super Nintendo. You'll be spending arm, leg, Chrono Trigger money right there, or above.
You have to take out another mortgage on your house.
Pretty much to get that. Trust me, that's one game that I've been looking for. For the SNES.
Sad thing is, one time I had that game. Yeah.
Oh,
damn it.
But yeah. But yeah, theme you said either theme or Gray Mouse. One of you guys said that you had one more. Go ahead.
You know, it's funny how this group is not totally fine or in tune with sports games. And there are reasons for that, especially sports games nowadays. But this.
I see it.
Baseball Stars. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Look, that's something different, okay? Baseball Stars, one of the best sports games for the Nintendo, period.
Yeah.
I think RBI Baseball takes that too, man.
No.
RBI Baseball is great.
RBI Baseball is good. But the things that you can do, and this has an all-female team on it.
I know.
Baseball Stars is one of the only other game on the Super Nintendo, if you're not a big fan of baseball, like myself, okay, I'm not a fan of baseball, the sport, all right, I would play Baseball Stars, though, okay? The only other baseball game I would play other than Baseball Stars is
Baseball
Base Wars.
Simulator?
No, Base Wars.
Base Wars.
Oh, you're thinking about Simulator 2000 or Baseball 2000.
Baseball Simulator is one of my favorite baseball games of all time. But
I would play 2010 on the Baseball Simulator 2010 on the Super Nintendo over Baseball Simulator on the NES. All right.
Well, both of them were pretty much the same game, just with different graphics.
Pretty much, more or less.
But you also got you also have a bigger amount of plays and special things that you can do on 2010. Yeah.
But Baseball Stars, I'll never forget when a long time ago, I have a story on that, when one of my friends, he hit the ball and it was going back. He thought it was going to be a home run, and I climbed up the wall and I snatched that shit. He was upset. He was like, no! He almost jettisoned the controller. I was like, in my mind, I was like, I can't believe that worked. I played it off like I was like, yeah, I planned that, and I caught it, and it was the third out of the inning. I was like, yeah, skills, motherfucker. Even though in my mind, I was like, that was lucky as fuck.
Actually, I generally thought you were going to put out Tecmo Bowl, to be honest with you.
Not yet. I will go back to that. But baseball, no, I had to pull out Baseball Stars. I was like, I want to play some Baseball Stars, damn it. Love that game.
I have one more, but I don't have a physical copy of it. Again, I was playing my Nintendo Switch. King of Fighters 99. Again, I keep going back to that game over and over and over again. And
wait. Oh, so you just played 99?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was on the eShop.
Yep.
Yep. It's great. And then I think what really impressed me was I forgot what stage it is, but there's a fight happening in the background, and all you see is the shadows, and a guy's running around with a stick. Cough 99.
Yep.
Well, this is the Dreamcast version. Well, the Japanese version, but yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. For some reason, I keep going back to that King of Fighters 99.
You've been playing a lot of King of Fighters lately.
I have. What's really amazing to, just to kind of sum everything up, is that if we really look at the amount of games that we play, as in what we played, it seems like we touch almost everything. We're not just one genre. I mean, RPG, beat 'em up, what else?
I have some games I'm looking at right now that I'm going to go back to very soon.
Yeah, so we're very versified, man.
Yep. I'm going to throw in the last one on the pile, okay? And this will go into the beat 'em up guilty pleasure type genre, all right?
Uh-oh. Oh,
I got that one too.
I have got to play that.
Yes, you do.
Okay, the Senran Kagura series, okay, before the Senran Kagura series was put out for the PS4 and the PS Vita. All right, what they had on the PSP and on the PS2 was the Ikitosen series. Okay, it's made by Tamsoft, the same type of guys. All right, so it's a lot of fan service anime and manga and stuff like that. A lot of beat 'em up stuff. In fact, I have Peach Beat Splash, which is on my shelf that I haven't cracked open yet. But yes, this is the collector's edition for PS4. I also have it for the Vita. Also, okay. Yes, he's. Yeah, I pointed that out to you over there at Cali Games, didn't I? Right?
Yes, you did. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, snatch.
Yeah. Here's the thing. All right. Regardless of the copious amounts of polygonal TNA, all right, it is a very compelling beat 'em up series, and the thing is that there's something like 28 fucking player characters that you could use in the beat 'em up series. 4 different schools where all of the 4 different factions that those different characters all fall into. All right. Yes, this is a game that I probably would not play at work. Okay, I will admit. Okay, well, not this version. Maybe the Vita version. Okay.
So you have the Endless Summer edition? Is that what?
Yeah. Well, yes, I do. Okay. So yeah. All right. The thing about it was that here's a grand thing about this. Okay, the Peach Beach Splash. All right, the collector's edition for it when it first came out, it was $90. Okay. A few months pass, and it was just one of those kind of games. It's really, really niche. Unless you're into this particular anime in general, you're probably not paying attention to it. I was able to pick up the collector's edition from GameStop for only $35.
Wow.
Damn.
Brand new, sealed.
That was a steal.
So, yeah. All right. And that was just last month or something like that when I did that. So, yeah, just saying. So when it comes to this, all right, regardless of the amount of polygonal TNA that you see on this, all right, like I said, it's a great beat 'em up series and stuff like that. Lots of characters, lots of advanced skill trees and stuff that you can go ahead and do. Yes, it does get a little bit repetitive and things like that. But
Just
there's
like
a
any
lot of
other
stuff.
beat 'em up.
Yeah, just like any other beat 'em up, but there's a lot of stuff to go ahead and unlock. And from what I've seen so far, a lot of this stuff isn't locked behind DLC. Everything that is available for DLC, you can go ahead and you can unlock on your own.
Okay.
All right. It's not like Galgun, which is going to charge you like $99 for some ridiculous fucking DLC. All right. Okay. All right.
Well,
with that out,
I didn't even know that Ikitosen had a fighting game, but they actually have a fighting game. That's a game that I got to get a hold of as well.
you need to get a hold of the Ikitosen games on PSP.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that it's the imports it's region free, and relatively speaking, if we were a bigger channel or something like that, I would worry about me mentioning this. They're relatively cheap. You can find them for like less than 24 bucks. So
I will have to pick those up.
Damn.
Especially, I mean, I like the anime. I'll just put it that way.
Yep. Yeah, I know you're a big Kano Unsho fan, so I am too. All right. With all of that said, like we do at the end of all of these, what we've been playing this week video, is there anything you guys are looking forward to playing this coming week?
I still have to get the double dice. I still have to get to that. But I'm going to have an actual playthrough of that. So stay tuned. I will record myself playing that because, again, that was one of the games that Will Gray Mouse and myself, he discovered it. And he's like, hey, come and take a look at this. And I looked at that and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I want to play it. I played it and I was like, yoink, I have to buy this. Yep. So I will play Double Dice very soon. And there may be a couple of more games that I'm going to probably pull out and play, probably for the damn Dreamcast.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, Gray Mouse?
For me, I'll be playing probably Guild Wars 2 Season 4, Episode 2. I will also probably get hold of the Kirby game that's going to be released later this week. And then there's another one that I can't think of right now off the top of my head. But yeah, those will probably be the main games that I'll be playing this week.
Yeah. I think for this, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's still your segment.
No, I'm finished.
All right. As far as it goes, it may take me it may set me back like an hour or two on gameplay. But I think what I'm going to start doing is that I'll start doing a screen cap and gameplay videos for New Game Plus on this particular one on Ys 8. That's one thing that I'll probably start doing. I'll continue playing through Ys 7 on PC, and also Senran Kagura Estival Versus on PC because I've got that on PC also. One of the things I've been looking forward to is getting a hold of, when I get a hold of the DS version of Chrono Trigger, I have a DS with video cap set up on that. Hopefully I can start doing video cap for Chrono Trigger on the DS. So
nice.
That might be something for us to look forward to. All right. But that has been pretty much what we've been playing for this particular week. Whenever we find the chance or the time to go ahead and indulge in our favorite hobby in all the world. We would really want to know, what have you been playing this week? You can let us know by leaving us a comment below, all right? While you're at it, if you think we're worth it, go ahead and hit that like button. If you don't think we've earned it, go ahead and hit dislike. I won't blame you either way. Regardless of that, thank you very much for watching this particular video all the way up until the end. If you think we're worth it, go ahead, subscribe to any of our channels wherever we go ahead and post this up. And if you really want to know whenever we put out something new, turn on those notifications and you'll be notified right away, unless YouTube has it out for us. I don't know. They did it to Philly D. Maybe they'll do it to us. No, I can't even say that. We don't have 12 million fucking subscribers. All right.
Exactly. Not yet either. Not yet.
Yeah. All right. With that all out of the way, that's pretty much what the middle-aged guys have been playing this particular week. Thank you very much for watching this video. We're going to go ahead and end all of our bullshit right here. I'm the Reverend.
The Theme here.
And I'm Gray Mouse 1.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming. Credits.